Friends, welcome. Let us continue our session, our understanding of order of utilization of credit of GST. So far what we have understood that the ITC or input tax credit can be available under different heads. It may be available under the head compensation cess. It may be available under the head IGST. It may be available under the head CGST, or may be available under the head SGST or UTGST. Right? And when these kind of assets or these kind of credits are available in the balance sheet, there are certain liabilities also. Liabilities may be there under the head cess, maybe there under the head IGST, maybe there under the head SGST, okay, or UTGST. These kind of liabilities are there. Now, question comes: what is the order? How to set up these assets against those liabilities, which you have understood thoroughly in your previous class. Okay, basic principle we have to remember that first always I will try to adjust the IGST, and we already know IGST can be utilized for any purpose, but not for cess. Any purpose means maybe for IGST, maybe for CGST, maybe for SGST. So let us first exhaust. Okay, if still there is some balance in IGST, don't worry, let it be there, it will be carried forward. Once IGST is exhausted, then I'll be using my other credits. Okay, and in case there is some IGST balance is there after utilization of after utilizing it for IGST liability, what I'll be doing it? I'll be, of course, I'll be using it for CGST and SGST, and for that thing, I can do it in any order and in any preference. This is up to me. This is how I'll be using IGST. Now, so far as CGST credit is concerned, what we have understood earlier, that first I'll be using it for CGST. If balance is there, I'll be using it for what? CGST credit after utilization of CGST. What can I do with that?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be using it for IGST. Similarly, for SGST credit, what I'll be doing? First, I'll be utilizing it for SGST. If still some credit is there, I'll be utilizing it for what? IGST. But at that time, you have to ensure that when I'm using SGST for IGST, I have to see that my CGST has already been exhausted. Okay, because CGST can also be utilized for IGST. Okay, so to summarize all these things, we had seen this particular chart. I will be showing you that chart once again. This is the theory we had seen. What is the order of utilization of CGST, SGST? But this chart you have to remember, not this one. Yeah, this one you have to remember. Okay. IGST, first IGST, then CGST, then SGST. CGST, first CGST, then pay IGST. For SGST, first pay SGST, then use it for IGST. But when you are using this thing, make sure that CGST ITC is already existing. That is the concept we have to remember. And for that thing, we have done various exercises, we have understood various options. Now, one more thing which we are discussing in our previous class towards the end, and all of you have to open it with me. Previous workshop file you are already having. Let us open that. All of you, please open your workshop file. Give me 1 second. Are you able to see an Excel file?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Are you able to see it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A similar kind of file, you have done it in your previous class. Okay, but I will be telling you now. Open a new sheet. We'll be doing, in fact, two exercises. One is about order of utilization. Second, what I told you, GSTR 2A is appearing or not. First, let us complete it. Or just give a sheet name as ITC. Okay. So one sheet already you are having. Second sheet is ITC. Okay. Are you able to make? Are you able to open a file ITC?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as usual. So in the previous sheet, copy this part. Workshop number. Copy it and paste it here. This is my workshop 2. And the concept is order of utilization of ITC. All of you have to do it with me. So your name, exam ID can be there. Model name, we are taking ITC. And we are putting today's date. Are you ready with this? All of you have to work with me. You can take a photo in your mobile phone, quickly open an Excel file, and you'll be doing it. Up to this, is it clear? Have you done it? Are you doing it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just let me know when it is completed so that we can move ahead. I just told you, open an Excel file, Excel sheet, the same your workshop file. The sheet name is ITC. You have done one sheet regarding calculations. Okay, calculation, this part was there. Now we are going to ITC. This is our workshop number 2. And this is the concept we are going to learn. Your name, exam ID should also be there. Today we will be practicing it. Now, friends, should I move ahead? Have you taken a photo? Tell me, should I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That your format is ready. All of you, please switch on your video. Please switch in your video so I can really understand how you are doing. Switch in your video. Again, this class, all of you preferably should attend it by using a laptop or computer. If you do it with phone, it may be a little difficult for you. Okay. Done. Now let us see what I'm going to do. Now, here one column, I'll be writing it, let us say, ITC. We'll take an example, ITC balance. Before that, one more, let us say GST liability. Let us say this is the liability of cess. This is the liability of IGST, CGST, SGST.
Sir, can you share the screen so that we can do it simultaneously?
You are not seeing the screen? Okay.
No, sir.
Oh, sorry, sir. Just a minute. This is what I was doing it. Just a minute. Oh, sorry. Yeah, now I think you'll be able to see it.
Yes, sir.
So I am showing you open a row in the name of sales, IGST, CGST. We'll be writing different amounts of GST liability here, and we'll be adjusting it so that the same thing we can use it as a model. Then we'll be having this ITC balance. Or let us move it like this. Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
So here a plan is like this. Here we'll be writing GST liability amounts here and ITC amounts here. Then we'll be saying how to allocate this thing. In these cells, we'll be allotting them. These are the cells which will be used for our explain our understanding how the test is done. Are you ready with your structure? Then we'll be putting some amounts. Okay, let us start it. Are you ready with the format?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us say, you see GST liability I'm showing here. This much is my GST liability. Okay, so let us say GST liabilities for example, I'm writing here 2,000 rupees sales liability. Let us say IGST liabilities, how much? Any amount you can say. Let us say 5,000 rupees. CGST liabilities, let us say 3,000 rupees. HGST liabilities again 3,000 rupees. Okay, here we'll do one thing. We'll write here about the cash payment, or you can say cash ledger, electronic cash ledger. Okay, electronic cash ledger balance and so. Is it clear to you? Are you ready with the format? Now let me explain you with the help of some example. Now let us say this is my liabilities are there. Yeah, these are my GST liabilities are there. And this is, let us say, my input tax credit is something like this. Here I am taking, let us say, 5,000 rupees. Here I am taking, let us say, 6,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees. CGST, let us say, 2,000 rupees. And let us say here is also 2,000 rupees. Are you able to understand the situation now? What I am going to do? This is my ITC balance. And this is my liability. Okay, now tell me how to use it. This liability has to be paid 2,000, 5,000, 3,000, 3,000. This amount has to be paid. How to pay it? Can anyone give me some suggestion? Or if you are still making the file ready, please make it ready. Is it readily available with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this exercise we'll do one. All of you. All of you have done it. Okay. Today we'll do this exercise. Okay. And you need to practice it today. The next class only we'll be doing the test. But today we'll be focusing on the exercise now. Whether this format is ready for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, Now tell me, if this is the situation, how to use it? Next class, everybody has to come with this format. I'll be changing the figure, different figures will be there for everyone. And everyone has to explain, give a presentation that how this has to be utilized. And we'll be trying to see how you are able to maximize the utilization of ITC. Now, friends, any one of you will tell me if this is the situation, how to use it. First, sales liability is 2,000 rupees. How it has to be paid?
Sir, out of the sales only.
Out of the sales.
2000 adjustable.
Yeah, out of the sales. Okay, please all of you participate. So I'll be using, so minus 2,000 rupees I'll paid it. So balance sales liability will be here. Is it? I can write one more column I can open. That is my balance. Balance, carry forward I can say. Okay, I had a liability of, I had an ITC of 5,000 rupees. I utilized 2,000 rupees. I will write it cross to it. Right. So I will write it just 2,000 rupees. But here I will write it balance. Or, okay, I will write it here 5,000 minus 2,000, 3,000 rupees will be carried forward. Did you understand? Because it cannot be used for anything else, it has been carried forward. Is it clear to you? Now you see, is it clear to you how I have arrived at?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next is I have a IGST liability of 5,000. And what I will do? How to use it? Tell me.
Sir, from the ITC balance of IGST 7,000.
7,000 balance is there. How much is to be used here?
5,000.
5,000. Okay. Now still IGST balance is how much? 2,000. What do you suggest? What I will do? And you know, priority wise, this IGST needs to be exhausted.
So
Sir,
you can
1,000, 1,000.
1,000, like
1,000, 1,000. One suggestion is coming that use it for 1,000 here, 1,000 here. If I do it, let us say, what is my balance? Is equal to this minus this minus this minus this. All of you are watching it. So IGST is exhausted. That is our one plan is successful. Could exhaust it. Fine. Now, next you tell me. Now CGST liability is CGST, ITC is there this month. CGST has to be paid 3,000 rupees. What has to be done here now?
Thousand from CGST.
Yeah, what I will do? 1,000 from,
CGST.
okay. CGST liability is still how much? 2,000. Okay, and I have 2,000 balance. This I can pay from CGST liability has to be paid from what?
Sir,
CGST.
only
liability.
CGST.
From
Sir,
CGST
only
directly.
CGST.
Okay, so I can use my 2,000 rupees. The liability discharge. Okay, now coming to SGST, my liability is 3,000. I have already paid 1,000 rupees to IGST. Balance is 2,000 rupees. 2,000 rupees I will be paying from what?
SGST.
SGST. So SGST is again 2,000. If I do so, here let me insert one more column to show the total, let us say. We are still devising the format. It's a total column we'll be doing. Here also one total column we can do. So this is amount liability, this is paid, You can say balance amount, you can have it here. Balance amount is how much? This amount minus here. You see, if I put this formula, all the cases you feel everything is paid, there is nothing is due. Is it not? The total amount you can just have it. Okay, this is how it has been paid. Understood this example? We'll be changing the figures now. All of you have understood it. So how much money has to be paid through electronic cash ledger? 0. Is it done? It is always 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. It is always.
Excuse me.
Yeah, please. You want to ask something?
Sir, can you just show the last column balance formula, sir?
Balance carried forward. Balance carried forward. I'm going to show you.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Sir, the other balance, sir.
Are you able to see the screen completely?
Yes, sir. Sir, the balance which is written below 2000, sir.
Follow which one you are talking about. Yeah, I
Sir,
think
cell number B15.
cell number
B15.
B15. B15, this is there, no? B15 is balance. It is 0, 0, 0. Just nothing is left. 2000 rupees is a liability. 2000 rupees I have paid. So no liability. IGST 5000 rupees. 5000 rupees I have paid. So no liability. This is dash, dash, dash. That means 0, 0. Okay. These are zeros. Are you getting? These amounts are 0.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. And here cash amount also has to be 0 because what we'll be doing here. Yeah. Entire you see. These are the ITC balance. This is the electronic credit ledger also no amount has to be paid. In the cash ledger, no amount has to be paid. Did you understand this? Balance carry forward. Is there any balance? Only on sales there will be balance of 3000. Is it done? And if you see the total is 16,000. ITC was available. 13,000 was the liability. 3,000 rupees sales is due. Are you able to get it? Now I am going to change the situation. Fine. Okay. Are you ready? If you have understood this thing, I will be changing the situation now. I am copying the same thing. Let me paste it here. Now situation will be different. I will be changing the amounts right now. Here what happened? So I used IGST past. IGST could be utilized for all the other things. Let us say I am now increasing the IGST liability. First part is over. Should I move to the second part? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, suppose GST liability says I am remaining same. This IGST liability, instead of 5,000, I am making it 15,000. All other things are same. Are you seeing it? What I am doing? I am using IGST liability 15,000. No, not 15,000. Let us make it 9,000. Let us make it 11,000. Okay. Now you have to tell me. First, let us check it. Says, will there be any change? 5,000 was the liability. 5,000 was the cess balance, and you see 2,000 rupees was the liability. So I made it out of my cess credit. Okay. Is it clear this 2,000 rupees is fine or not? Are you with
It's fine,
me?
sir.
2,000 rupees fine. But let us say, let us think of a situation that this cess liability, cess ITC is not 2,000, it is 1,500 ampere. Then tell me what you are going to do. So 1,500 will be paying here. Is it not? The balance what will do?
The cashless, sir.
Cashless. Okay, cashless. Okay, fine. So nothing will be carried forward. Total will be 0. Now, second thing you come. IGST has made it. The liability is how much? 11,000. But IGST credit is 7,000. Then what will be doing? I'll be using 7,000 here. Is it not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now remaining, I have to pay another 4,000. What I will be doing? I got CGST 3,000, SGST 1,000. How I will be paying?
So we have to pay the IGST through cash.
Why? I got CGST liability. CGST ITC. I got SGST ITC. If you want, you can pay cash. There's nobody is going to restrict that.
Sir, but the CGST ITC is less than the CGST liability. So that's why we have to pay the sir
You want
IGST
to use it.
liability.
You want to use it for CGST. Okay. You
Yes.
want to that amount you use it for CGST and credit of SGST. You want to use it for that thing, and you want to pay it in cash. Okay. So if that is your choice, that is one choice. That 7,000 will be using it. So my total liability of IGST is exhausted. Okay. Total liability is exhausted. Okay. Now after that I can do it. So his suggestion is that let me pay another 3,000 in cash. So that's what your suggestion. Another 4,000 in cash. All of you are agreeing to it. Then what you will be doing? That CGST liability is 3,000. CGST ITC is 2,000. So he'll be using 2,000 here. And 1,000 rupees he'll be paying cash. Is it your idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then another 3,000 here. He'll be using 2,000 rupees here. And then 1,000 in cash. Okay. Yes or no? Are you agreeing to this idea? Or is there any other option through which you can pay less tax, less cash?
No, sir.
Also, this is the only one.
This is the only option. So you don't have any other choice. Okay. Should I change it further? If you are comfortable with this. If you are comfortable with this, then we'll be changing it. Let's move ahead. One more part we'll do. Okay. Same thing. I'm copying it here. Let it paste it here. Okay. This time, what has happened? My IGST liability is 11,000. I have IGST this much. And my CGST, SGST, ITC is not 2,000. It is 5,000 each. Okay, third situation I'm taking. Now you have to apply your mind now. Will there be any change in cess?
No, sir.
No, no change in cess. Then what will happen to my IGST?
Sir, it will be same.
IGST balance is how much? 7,000. Okay, ITC is 7,000 and my IGST liability is 11,000. So 7,000 I utilized. Okay. Now next question comes, remaining amount, what I have to do? How to pay that IGST? From CGST or IGST?
Sir, from CGST, sir will pay 3,000 and the rest balance of CGST, that is 2,000.
So this
We
is
will-
one suggestion my friend is giving, that you pay 3,000 out of
Sir,
CGST.
no, sir.
Huh?
Sir, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000.
2,000. You are saying CGST you pay 2,000.
Yes, sir.
Then SGST
Sir, SGST, sir, same 2,000.
same 2,000. So this is what he's saying, that you exhaust the entire amount. Okay. Right. So 7,000, 2,000, 2,000 I paid. Total 11,000 I paid. So 11,000 is the liability. Cash payment is 0. Okay. Is it done? Now, okay. Now, next point, are you, all of you are agreeing to it?
No, sir.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Who is saying no? I want that answer.
Sir, me, Bharat, sir.
Yeah, tell me, what is your objection?
Sir, we cannot adjust balance of CGST, SGST, and IGST, sir.
No, we can adjust it. We can definitely adjust it. You are saying CGST credit cannot be utilized for IGST.
Yes, sir.
No, no, CGST credit can be utilized for IGST. SGST credit can also be utilized for IGST.
Okay, sir.
But only thing is that, as I told you, there is some other issues. Anybody who can point it out?
Sir, CGST balance, it will be 3,000, sir.
CGST.
Yes, sir. There it will be 3,000.
So you are saying CGST utilization will be 3,000.
No, sir, utilization will be 2,000.
Yeah.
The balance, it will be 3,000, sir.
You see, I got a CGST credit of CGST liability of 3,000 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I should do actually, first I got a CGST ITC of 5,000. So this 5,000 rupees, what I should do, I should first use it for CGST liability 3,000 rupees. Okay. So balance 2,000 rupees, as my friend said, that you use it for your 3,000, 2,000. CGST is exhausted. Now come to SGST. SGST credit is how much? ITC is 5,000 rupees. And your SGST liability is 3,000 rupees. You use it 3,000 and 2,000 rupees for your ITC. And here also you are taking care of that before utilizing SGST for CGST. You are ensuring that before utilizing SGST for IGST, you are ensuring that CGST is exhausted. CGST is exhausted. Or did I make some mistake? Where is the mistake? Who can point it from?
Sir, the CGST adjusting amount, it will be under IGST amount, sir.
Exactly. So this amount should be under
No, sir, the above amount, 2,000 rupees, sir.
2,000 rupees will be coming from
CGST, it will be under IGST, 7,000, sir.
yeah. So what exactly it has to happen? This 2,000 rupees you see, I am using from CGST for payment of IGST. I should mention it here. What is the other mistake? Who can tell me?
Sir, same for SGST also, sir.
It has to be what I am exactly doing. SGST payment I am discharging from. Now IGST I am discharging from SGST. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now if you see, 11,000 was the liability. How I am paying 7,000 out of IGST, 2,000 out of CGST, 2,000 out of SGST. And CGST was 3,000 liability, 3,000 I am paying out of CGST. SGST was 3,000, 3,000 is paying SGST. Okay, so when I'm using this 2,000 for IGST, I have to ensure that CGST credit is exhausted. Okay. If in case CGST credit is not exhausted, let us say CGST credit is, I'm making a little change here. Is it okay for you? Let me take you to the next step. Just for, let us say, another 5 minutes will talk. In case, let us say, here the CGST ITC is not 5,000, it is 7,000. I'm making a correction here. Then what can I do?
Sir, it will be 2,000 in the balance carried forward, sir.
Okay, so you see, my IGST liability is 11,000, 7,000 out of IGST. The remaining out of
Sir, 4,000 will be out of CGST.
4,000 out of CGST, you are saying. Okay, you are saying out of CGST. Or CGST, you see, got adjusted 4,000, 3,000, 7,000. Okay, SGST, I don't need it because CGST was not existed. I do not need it. Now, is it okay?
No, sir, it will be balance carried forward, 2,000.
2,000 will be balance carried forward. Fantastic. Of SGST will be. Is it okay now? On this cash balance will not be there. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Did you understand up to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it is, this is what I wanted you to understand, that how to adjust this input tax. Okay, one more concept is still left out. We'll be covering maybe some other time, that 10% of ITC can be availed in case it is not reflected in GST way. We'll be learning it on some other time. That we'll be also doing one more exercise here. Now, friends, keep this particular workshop sheet ready. So next class we'll be doing it and we'll be conducting. We'll try to test your understanding in that class. Okay, friends, is it clear to you after this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.